Hello, my name is Lim Won Hong. Now I will be answering question one. What's the difference between security model and security blueprint? Okay, so security model represents the what? It is an abstract theoretical framework such as the ISO 27001 or the NIST cybersecurity framework. It is the setting the universal standards, policies, and goals that we need to achieve. However, it is entirely context agnostic. To use an analogy, a security model is like a city's building code. It mandates that a building must be safe and have fire exit, but it doesn't tell you how to actually build your house. Okay, so next is the security blueprint. So the blueprint represents the how. So the blueprint is a highly customized and prescriptive plan. It tackles the theoretical goals of the security model and turns them into exact technical and administrative controls designed specifically for the company's unique network and budget. So, as the analogy, if the model is the building code, so the blueprint is the architectural drawing of the house. So which showing every single smoke detector and the padlock. Okay. Next is the critical takeaway. So the necessity of translation. So a security model cannot protect our retail organization on its own. If we simply adopt a model without customizing it, we achieve what is known as a paper compliance. So meaning that we only look secure on paper but are completely vulnerable in reality because the security model lack environmental context, so they must be translated into practical and tailored blueprint in order to defend our organization against live cyber threats. So in summary, we must use an established model as our compass, but we must build a custom blueprint to serve as our actual shield. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Brian Lee, and I'll be walking you through a critical review of two major frameworks and evaluating how they stack up for this specific organization constraint. To address the retailer's challenges, we evaluated two distinct security frameworks. First will be the ISO IEC 27001. This is a highly prospective, internationally recognized standard. Its primary focus is building and maintaining a formal information security management system. It relies heavily on strict administrative process, documentation, and culminates in a external audit for formal certification. Second, we look at the NIST cybersecurity framework, recently updated to a version 2.0. Rather than dictating a rigid management system, NIST is a voluntary outcome-oriented taxonomy divided into six core functions which are govern, identify, protect, detect, response, and recover. It is designed to be highly flexible and self-assessed. When we compare these two models side by side, the core differences lie in their operational focus and enforcement. ISO is a process heavy and highly rigid, and it is mandatory if you want certification, making it excellent for proving compliances and building trust with external partners. The NIST, on the other hand, is outcome oriented and flexible. If it allows an organization to prioritize specific functional capabilities based on their immediate internal risk profile without the pressure or cost of an external audit. So, how does ISO perform specifically for our medium-sized retailer? On the plus side, it is strict mandate for governance would completely cure the retailer inconsistent procedures. Furthermore, achieving a certification would build tremendous market trust if they plan to expand. However, the limitation for a medium-sized business are several. The massive administrative burdens, resource exhaustion, and high financial costs of external auditing are often prohibitive for a small IT team. It demands comprehensive baseline compliances rather than allowing the retailer to rapidly target their immediate threats. Conversely, evaluating the NIST reveals significant advantages for these specific scenarios. Its functional strengths align perfectly with the retailer immediate crisis. The protect functions provide a clear blueprint to stop their unauthorized access issue, while respond and recover directly address their poor incident handling. It's cost effective and allows the retailer to face in improvement. The main limitation is the lack of external accountability because it is voluntary organization leadership must remain highly disciplined to avoid compliance's drift. Once the immediate fires are put on, and they won't have a formal certification to show to the third-party vendors. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chengowei. I will be walking you through our proposed customized security blueprint. To address the retailer's immediate issues, like unauthorized access and inconsistent procedures, we chose the NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0 as our guiding model. For a medium-sized retailer with limited IT resources, NIST is highly practical. Instead of demanding massive documentation upfront, it allows the company to tackle immediate vulnerabilities while gradually building a mature defense strategy. Our strategy begins with the govern and identify functions. The root of inconsistent security is often a lack of leadership. To fix this, we propose forming an IT Security Steering Committee. This committee will implement a universal acceptable use policy (AUP) and mandate annual cybersecurity training, ensuring every employee is on the same page. Next, for the identify phase, we must map our digital assets. We will create a baseline inventory of all devices, from post registers to office servers, and thoroughly evaluate the risk exposures of our third-party vendors and payment gateways. Moving to active defense, we focus on the protect and detect functions. To stop unauthorized access, we will enforce role-based access control (RBAC) and multi-factor authentication (MFA). This ensures employees only access the data necessary for their specific roles. Furthermore, we will strictly segment the network, isolating the crucial post systems from the public customers' Wi-Fi, because breaches can sometimes go unnoticed for weeks. The detect phase includes deploying endpoint detection and response (EDR) software. This provides our IT team with real-time visibility to catch threats before they escalate. Finally, we address the retailer's history of poor incident response through the respond and recover functions. We will draft a formal incident response plan (IRP) that details exact steps to take during a breach, and we will run quarterly tabletop exercises to test our readiness. For the recovers phase, downtime in retail equal lost revenue. We will implement an encrypted 3-2-1 backup strategy, which is keeping 3 copies of data across 2 different media with one stored securely offsite. This ensures the business can rapidly restore operations and survive events like ransomware attacks. That's all from me. I will now pass the floor to my next teammate. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anson Tan Guan Lu, and I will be presenting the conclusion of this case study. In conclusion, standardized security frameworks such as ISO, IEC 27001, and the NISC cybersecurity framework provide organization with a strong foundation for information security management. However, simply adopting this framework without considering the organization actual environment may not be effective. For the medium-sized electronic retailer discussed in this case study, security control should be adapted to suit its business operation, available resource, and specific risks. This includes implementing practical measures such as appropriate access control, employee awareness training, and continued monitoring of security incidents. Ultimately, effective security management is not only about following standards, but also about tailoring them to the organization specific needs. By focusing on adaptation rather than blind adoption, organization can improve their cyber resilience and better respond to evolving threats. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.